Durham.
And the top NASCAR drivers will be here in the chase for the Cup, and they're going to help us beat the Guinness World Record for the largest custard pie fight. Get your spoons, everybody. Grab a spoon and a raincoat and come on down.
We're going to have Jimmy Johnson and Juan Pablo Montoya and Casey Kane. Who else we got?
Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch, Brian Vickers.
Yeah, they'll all be here. It'll be a lot of fun. Here comes our next guest, one of Hollywood's hottest young actresses. Her new film is called Jennifer's Body. It's a thriller. It opens on Friday, and here's the lovely Megan Fox. Kind of reminds me of the old days with you and Megan.
Yes. Megan and I used to work together on a sitcom called Hope and Faith. Megan, what have you been doing since then?
Just becoming the biggest star in Hollywood, that's all.
Well,
anyway.
I had a feeling, I mean, we all like to take credit for Megan, of course, as I'm sure so does your family, but, you know, looking back, as a teenager on the set of Hope and Faith, you had a star quality and you were brilliantly funny. I don't know if a lot of people even know how funny you are, but I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
But she was unhappy here living in New York, you know, and it takes a big adjustment to get used to living in New York.
Right.
Sometimes you wouldn't leave your apartment, right?
Yeah, it wasn't that I was unhappy. I had grown up in Florida, and I just turned 18. Somebody's from Florida? Yeah. I just turned 18 and I came out here and I was sort of overwhelmed with the city, and I didn't know that you could like have groceries delivered or have food delivered. I didn't know. So when it was winter time, I was also not used to the weather, and it would be hailing and storming and there were no cabs available. I couldn't get to the grocery store, and so I would just sort of sit in my apartment and wait until work came so that I could go eat on set.
We would watch her come in and I'm like, does Megan look thin to you?
Yeah.
And now you can't go anywhere without those paparazzis chasing you down the street.
Yeah, but I don't have it as bad as, like, you know, Britney or somebody that's super mega famous. But I feel like everybody, if you're in the industry, you get followed now, and it's not, you know, it's not fun. But it's hard to explain to people that haven't lived it yet. It sounds like you're complaining about.
No, you're not.
But you seem like you handle it very well. Like, I never see you angry with people. Like, you seem like you just sort of go about your business and go through your life.
Yeah, I try. There have been a couple of times it's been invasive when you're trying to, you know, being with your kids and.
Sure. But you're all over the internet. You're on Facebook, Twitter.
But they're not real pages. I don't have.
So those are impersonators of you.
I don't
You
have
mean
Facebook.
so when you friended me, you weren't really friending me?
I don't have MySpace or Twitter or Facebook or any of that. So those
But there
are
are
all
people impersonating her?
Yeah, didn't somebody just impersonate you?
Yeah,
on
people
Facebook?
impersonate
Who
us.
impersonates you?
Well, on our Twitter page, there's a fake you and me communicating
Somebody's
with us.
impersonating me?
Yes, us, yeah.
And they send messages to people all day long about like what they're doing with their day, and as you, but it's not you.
I didn't even know that was going on.
Yeah.
How about that stops?
You can't. There's nothing you can do about it.
It's really like a scary thing now, because I feel like, I mean, when I got into the industry, there was People magazine. That was like the entertainment magazine, and then there was like the Star magazine. But now there's so many, and there's so many media outlets on the computer and everything. It's got to be very hard to be a young movie star in the middle of all of that.
Yeah, I think with the internet, the media, the entertainment industry has changed completely from what it was in the 90s, and there's really no privacy anywhere, especially with cell phone cameras, and you can't, everybody's a spy, everybody's a paparazzi, and you know, it's difficult to live in that, but you do. It's part of the job.
You're quite busy, this week especially, with all the appearances for the new movie, and then you're hosting Saturday Night Live Saturday night.
Yeah.
Huh? Well, good for you.
I think it's, I mean, to me, it was like the scariest thing I've ever done.
And you're not afraid of speaking in front of crowds either.
But you're going to have the best time. They really take care of you there. Just let them take care of you, and you won't fail. You're so good. You're so funny, too. I'm glad that people get a chance to see how funny you are.
Thank you. I'm terrified.
Yeah, you don't have
Plus, not only Saturday Night Live, but all kinds of new movies coming out, right? One with Mickey Rourke.
I'm getting ready to film that in October, yeah. It's sort of it's a 50s period piece, and he plays a trumpet player who, you know, develops a drug addiction and loses his fame and loses his career. And he comes across me, and I'm touring with the circus. I'm one of the freaks in the circus.
You're a freak?
Yeah, circus freak. I'm a bird girl. I have giant wings that have grown out of my back. When I went through puberty, I sprouted giant wings. And so people come and pay to view her and look at her, and she basically lives her life in a glass box.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Kind of a sad role, but...
Sure, but it's a love, it's like this twisted, really interesting, heart-wrenching love story.
The whole world's ahead of her right now, you know. She's
Yeah.
really there, beginning a terrific career. We'll come right back with Megan. Megan Fox is with us right now, an old pal of Kelly's, and I appeared on the show a couple of times too and worked with Megan. Absolutely,
that's right.
I remember those days.
Just think, one day when Megan wins an Academy Award, you're going to be like, I worked with her.
Exactly right. I don't think I will remind you about that, too.
That's right.
Anyway, tell us about the new movie, Jennifer's Body.
It's Diablo Cody wrote it, who wrote Juno.
Yeah.
And she's really original and really talented. And it's a dark comedy. They're sort of selling it as a horror movie, but it's a comedy with some horror elements, horror aspects.
And I actually believe that it is my autobiography, really.
She plays a man-eater.
She
I'm the
she
captain
plays
of the
a
flag
possessed cheerleader who eats boys.
Yeah.
Excuse me, hello, if that's not me, I don't know what is.
She gets taken over. Basically what happens is this band, a rock band, Adam Brody's rock band, sacrifices her to Satan in order to get a record deal. And they think she's a virgin, and she's not. And so the sacrifice backfires, and she gets inhibited by a demon, and she has to feast on boys to stay in this state of undead. So it's basically this really... Yeah, exactly.
I'm getting nervous already.
But it's funny.
And there's a gal in there who worked on Mamma Mia, right?
Yeah, Amanda.
And she's your...
She plays my best friend in it. We sort of have this really unhealthy... I'm very abusive verbally and emotionally to her, and she's amazing in the movie. She's brilliant.
Well, in this scene, you're on the phone with her, and it's right after you escape from a deadly fire, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look. You really are a beautiful young lady. There's no doubt about it. You're very photogenic, too. Jennifer's Body opens on Friday, okay? Good luck, Megan. It's great to see you again.